morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Kai and welcome to another Tip Tuesday. Alright guys, so today we are outside again. I think I just love doing my Tip Tuesdays outside. I just feel more connected to nature. My energy is higher rather than just being in my room all day. So I just enjoy this a lot better. I brought my tapestry from home, like in the States, and I honestly use it for everything. Like when I go to the beach, it was like perfect from like sitting in the grass today, because where I wanted to go, like on the side of the river, it didn't have like chairs for me to sit down. So I was like, I'm gonna have to like have some type of blanket. So my tapestry is just universal. I flippin' love it. I would love to create like my own tapestry one day. It's like universal. You can use it as like a blanket, something to put on your wall. I feel like you can even like use it to like wrap your child in, right? Like to wrap around you. Tip. So today I was a tad bit productive. Okay, so real story time before we get into Tip Tuesday. Our lights went off because me and Faith, we are roommates, or we live like in the same apartment building. And all our lights went off, so our air conditioning stopped working. Where I live, I can hear like a beeping sound and I get super scared. So I was like texting my boyfriend who's in America, like, what is he gonna do? And I texted Faith and like she had the same problem. And so we went downstairs. Basically, we're mechanical engineers now and we figured it out, and we had to like call someone. We had to call our landlord. So that was fun, but I was just up all night. Like I could not sleep. So I really didn't get a lot done like I wanted to today, but I did get my nails done. I did go get some things that I needed for my room today. And I did write quite a bit today. So I'm actually really happy with myself. I need to edit. Editing is just like a mission and a half, honestly. It's just like so much goes into editing. But without me ranting, without further ado, let's just get right into Tip Tuesday. Sorry y'all, I do have my shades off today. On today. It's just really sunny outside. And I have a lazy eye, so sometimes it shows if it's like mad sunny. Alright guys, so my Tip Tuesday today is a little bit personal. Well, it's okay. So I have been going through a lot the past couple of days. Everyone knows I'm feeling a lot better now. Like I said, I'm pretty good with getting myself out of situations, especially if I have a really good support system behind me, which I do, thank God, here in Vietnam. But honestly, today's Tip Tuesday is going to be about how to not be an asshole. Because I just feel like that is just universal. Like no matter where I go, everyone's always got something to say. Everyone's mean, everyone's rude, and I'm so sick of it. Like I'm a very nice person, but I don't like people who just think it's okay to crap on others because you're having a bad day or you're not happy. Like I completely sympathize with unhappiness because I've been there, done that, but I never like intentionally took my crap out on other people, and I just think that's absolutely disgusting. So today we're gonna be talking about some tips for those of you who think it's okay to be assholes to others, and we're gonna try to help you out today. So you're welcome. So my first tip, as you can see in my messy book, smile at a stranger. So I feel like in Vietnam, this is something that I really love doing because I get stared at a lot here in Vietnam, but when I smile back, they like wave at me like they're super excited. And that also helps like when I have a bad day, like seeing someone like smile at me, seeing someone like super enthusiastic to talk to me, like they care about like what I'm doing. So smiling at people, I feel like is super important. Back in the States, I never really like smiled at people because I guess like that's weird, but here everyone's like, hey girl, how's it going? And they're just like super, I don't know, I just really love the energy here. So definitely my first tip, smile at a stranger, because you never really know what people are going through. When people used to smile at me, it really just upped my spirits because I was like, dang, like at least one person was nice to me today. So first tip to not be a butthole would be smile at a stranger, because maybe you will help that person who is having a rough day and taking the anger out on others, or vice versa. Today is like a really pretty day. It's kind of like the perfect day to record, to be honest. But dry season is like creeping. Like I know it's coming. I feel it in the air. It was kind of cool though. Like 2 weeks ago, it was like a little chilly outside, and that was like really nice, and I really like that. But yeah, dry season is creeping. December is going to be rough. No snowflakes here. That's gonna be so different. This is like the first time that I'm someplace where it's not gonna be like so cold for Christmas. That's so weird. All right, so my second tip will be think twice before you take your anger out on others. That's why I do feel like having healthy outlets is something that is super important, because you know, some people don't have that. Like, some people don't have a person to talk to. Life is hard. You never know the cards that someone is dealt. So, you know, I sympathize and I get it, but I still don't condone taking your anger out on others. So try to find an outlet. Get a book, write, look at videos, you know, go outside, kick some rocks outside. You know what I mean? Like, don't take your anger out on other people, because everyone has their own ball of crap that they're dealing with. So find a tree, punch a tree. Like, don't break your hand, but you know what I mean? Just like find something to get your anger out, but in a positive way, so you're not harming anyone else, because you never know. Everything has a ripple effect. So like, let's say like you yell at someone one day and then that person yells at someone else, and it's just a ripple effect of bad energy, and we don't need that out in the world, because there is enough of that. So my second tip will definitely be just, you know, think twice before you do that. You know what I'm saying? So my third tip, separate yourself from your stressful situation. And what I mean by that is, if you feel yourself getting to a point where you cannot handle the amount of stress that you're under, separate yourself. You have to know your limits. You have to know when it's too much. You have to know when you have to step away. Because if you do not know your limits, then you are more prone to do things and take your anger out on other people. You have to self-reflect. You need to take a step back. This is something that I talk about all the time, because this is something I constantly have to do with myself, because I have been too guilty of taking my anger out on other people, but it's not their problem, it's mine. And that's just something that I have been working on. I have been 10 times better at, to be completely honest. And yeah, I just think people need to separate themselves, because I feel like once you take a step back, it's a lot easier to see what you're doing to other people. But when you're so consumed and when you're so angry, it's hard. Like, things get meshed around. So definitely my third tip will be separate yourself from that stressful situation, because you deserve it. Like, I understand, but don't be an asshole. Alright, so my fourth tip will be apologize. So I know Tip Tuesday is about how to not be an asshole, but like, let's say you are. Own up to it. Don't just be like, oh, it's fine, like that person, they have tough skin. Like, you don't know. What if that person was like on the edge? Like, you don't want to like push them off. Apologize. I feel like people are so prideful nowadays. No one wants to admit when they're wrong. And just admit that you messed up and just apologize, because trust me, like, that can just turn everything around. That can make that person feel like, oh, okay, so it wasn't me, it wasn't anything that I did, it was just them, but at least they took responsibility for it. So apologize if you know that you were being a little harsh, you put your anger in the wrong place, that people tend to do. Just own up to it. Don't act like you're too good for an apology, because no one is. And that right there is the problem. Everyone thinks they're too good for something. Like, no, we're all human. We're nothing without each other. So, fourth tip, apologize. Alright, so my loves, my fifth tip is more easier said than done. It's just don't be that way. And you know, when people say just don't be angry, just don't be this, just don't be that, it's so much easier said than done, but just don't be that way. Like, we are all old enough to know what's right and what's wrong. So if you're voluntarily making that choice to be rude to others, you know that's not right, and that's just, karma comes back around. Trust me. Like, I've seen so many things, so many people from high school, so many people from college, and I used to just be like, man, I felt really bad about myself. But like, looking back at everything, I'm like, yo, like, karma, life, it puts things back into perspective. Like, no one really goes without something, you know what I mean? And I think my biggest thing that I had to take away from that is, even though they were mean to me, maybe something happened and like they had to pay for it in like different ways. So I think my biggest thing is just don't be that way, because you never want someone to be that way towards you or someone that you love or that you care about. So, because this sucks, man. Alright guys, so that's a wrap for Tip Tuesday. You know, I like to keep it short and sweet, just like me. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you like this video, you already know what to do. And if you didn't like it, you probably didn't make it this far anyway. Remember to do some solo trips by yourself this week. Remember to treat yourself. And also remember, don't allow other people's problems to affect your day. That is their problem, not yours, so do not carry it around with you. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye.